What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel once again. Chemical Chaos. My name is River, and the basis of this channel is spirituality, metaphysics, and philosophy, and the practical application of different techniques and principles in order to empower you and get you the results that you're looking for in your life, whether it's material or spiritual or philosophical, whatever it may be. Without further ado, jumping right into the video, today's topic is going to be intuition and how to cultivate that and follow that more. So with that said, what is the intuition? First off, we'll start with that. The intuition is that inner voice within you that guides you towards your highest potential. It's that inner voice that is an amalgamation of all your past experiences, both in this life and past lives. And that voice is ultimately meant to guide you, again, towards your highest potential. Now, many people, they are very disconnected from this intuition. They're very disconnected from their soul. And there's a reason for that, and I'll go into that in future videos. What I want to focus on in this is the intuition. Intuition's a lot of things. It can bring you an awareness of if someone's lying. It can bring you awareness of if someone is doing something behind your back. And it can give you awareness of where to go if you feel like you are potentially maybe lost on your path, right? A lot of time we look to the outside for guidance and direction that we forget we have our own internal compass that is our intuition, right? And one second, Alexa, volume 2. Sorry about that. Anywho, a lot of times we rely on the outside world for direction and guidance, and we can forget to go within and ask ourselves, what do we need to do, right? A lot of times we can go out and ask others in the world, what should I do? I'm interested in this, I'm interested in that. And they'll say, oh, well, you should go do that, or you should go do that. When you may not have any remote interest in what it is they're talking about, right? And while I don't personally see anything wrong with, exploring some of the things that I recommend, it's always nice. You might pick up on a gold nugget that you previously weren't aware of, right? So again, it's a balance, right? You can go to, and there's nothing wrong with going to others for a new perspective, for direction and guidance. We all do it, right? I still do it. However, when you're relying on nothing but the external, you're just setting yourself up to get controlled and manipulated, right? And if you're someone who is wanting to work towards building an empire or achieving their highest potential, then you don't want to be controlled by others. Quite frankly, you want to be able to be the controller of your life, right? And so being able to tap into your intuition can really help you with that. Good example, this is literally just a random example I'm coming up with on the spot. Let's say you're walking out in a city, right? And you're going about your day. And you feel this nudge to walk into this coffee shop that you've never been to before. So you walk into this coffee shop, and let's say maybe you're trying to build a business, but you're taking some time off just to go on a walk. But you walk into this coffee shop, right? And you end up meeting this person, and you end up talking. You guys end up resonating with each other on similar topics. And next thing you know, let's say you have a coaching business or something like that, you sign them up as a client, right? It's funny, I was coming up with this on the spot. This is actually something that I personally did myself. I was walking in Tampa one night. I walked into a kava bar. And this is a kava bar I frequent, right? However, while I'm there, there was this one person I felt drawn to talk to, right? Speaking of, I've actually got to hit him up. We haven't talked in a minute. He's a good dude. I've actually, I've done some energetic work for him before. I've done some graphic design for him in the past. Anyway, going off track. I felt drawn to talk to him. I had that intuitive nudge to go talk to this guy. So I went over to him. I talked to him. We started talking about different topics: spirituality, philosophy, and I ultimately ended up signing him right there as a client. I made him a logo for his business. I did some energetic healing on him, and yeah, I earned $100, right? And now, if I hadn't listened to my intuition and talked to that person, then none of that would have ever happened, right? So you really need to be able to cultivate that. And if you've already cultivated your intuition and you listen to it, great job. Like, seriously, that's awesome. I would like more people ultimately need to learn how to do that, especially those who are intending to grow and evolve. Now, there can be intuition that tells you not to do something, right? Let's say maybe you've been planning to go on a vacation for a year to visit a friend in another state, right? You've been planning, and it's right around the corner. It's a month away, and you're super excited to go. A couple more weeks pass. It's 2 weeks to go. You're ready to go, but then you get this feeling like, well, maybe I shouldn't go. Maybe this isn't a good idea. You get that thought in the back of your mind where it's like, don't do it. It's not going to benefit you, right? Now, majority of the time, what most of us are going to do is we end up ignoring that, and we end up going through with it anyway, despite the fact that it's going against our evolution. And you're going to end up learning something, and it's going to end up being painful. Now, let's say you follow that intuition and you decide to not go on that trip. And because you're not on that trip and you're somewhere else, let's say maybe you meet somebody, maybe you meet a partner, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may be. Well, the whole trajectory of your life just shifted entirely, right? Compared to if you would have went on that trip. Now, intuition's a funny thing because 99% of the time it's not logical. It can appear very illogical, right? It can appear as, you're walking down the street. Again, I just went over this, the coffee bar example. You can have something like that. It's totally irrational, makes no sense to your conscious mind or your logic whatsoever, but you do it and you benefit from it. So, it's a powerful thing. Intuition is ultimately tapped into both your subconscious, unconscious, as well as the collective unconscious of the world and the universe. And so, the more you're able to tap into that, the more you're able to cultivate that, the more powerful you're going to become, right? I gave away a lot of my power by not listening to my intuition, right? I used to regret it, but now I don't, because it taught me a very powerful lesson. You gotta learn to listen to that inner voice. And those who are just learning to listen to it, we're not always going to listen to it 100% of the time, and that's okay. That's part of the learning process. What you need to realize is that it's okay to make mistakes, right? We all make them. It's a part of life. I don't see mistakes. I see lessons to help me grow. You got to do what's best for you. Following your intuition is the best thing you will ever do for yourself, right? It's the best thing you will ever do for yourself. So cultivate it. Cultivate it. Grow it. Listen to it. And I promise you're your life will never be the same. It'll never be the same. Now, am I saying it's going to immediately get better overnight? Of course not. You're going to have adversary. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have pain. But it's through these things that we become stronger, right? We become more powerful as spirits and as human beings, as spirits and souls that reside within this human vessel. We become more powerful. And the more powerful you become, the more you're able to influence the world around you to whatever it is that you want to do. Whether you're trying to build a business or a following, or a business and a following, in which case that's what I'm doing. And ultimately just build your empire, like I said. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Even if you follow your intuition to do something, you can still make mistakes. This is part of life, dude. Gotta learn to roll with the punches. You know? Let's say you have an intuition to go talk to this girl that you find very attractive, right? And you fumble the bag. You get nervous. You don't speak what your intuition is telling you to say, and you end up saying something else that makes you look like a complete ass. Well, hey, hard lesson learned, right? Listen to your intuition more. You listen to it to go talk to that girl, but then you weirded her out. It is what it is. Hope you learned something. But yeah, guys. Really being able to cultivate that inner voice and listen to it and follow it, rather than constantly seeking external direction and guidance. You will go places that you can never even imagine right now. You'll experience things, meet people, have experiences that you previously thought, or you never even thought were possible. It never even crossed your mind, right? But then you experience that and you're like, holy shit, I just followed this intuitive nudge, and next thing you know, I met this person, and now I've got this cool, now I've got a new job, or whatever it may be. It's gonna be different for each person. Reality is subjective, right? Reality in large part is very subjective. So each person's gonna have their own individual experience, of course. However, the objective statement of this video is intuition is fucking powerful, and it'll send you wherever you intend to go, right? Now, this channel is obviously geared more towards those who are intending to evolve on their spiritual journey and path. So, obviously, that's what my audience is more so geared towards. So, when it comes to your spiritual journey, whatever path you're on, whether it's right-hand path or left-hand path, at the end of the day, your intuition is important. Just follow it. Do the irrational thing that you felt drawn to do, but didn't do, or feel hesitant to do because it just doesn't make logical sense. This will take you places beyond your wildest imagination. I promise you. Just give it time, cultivate it, listen to it, and grow it. Yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of that. I know it's the things that I share. It's going to benefit people who view this one way or another. I know it's going to benefit me as well when I go back to watch these in the future. So with that said, have an amazing day or night wherever you are in the world. I love you. And always remember, listen to your intuition, grow it, and allow it to take you on a journey, because you will not regret it. Peace out, y'all.